Okay, pause the video. I don't want you to do this in pseudocode, I want you to do this in Python. But give this a go yourself first. Okay, let's do it. Does it want it as a function? That's a question. No, so we don't need it as a function. So let's do for I in range 1 to the length of our array. But what is our array? I did not make it. So let's do that now. So we've got an array called name, which is a 2D array, and an array called score. Name equals, and it's going to be a 2D array where we've got John, last name and first name, so let's do oops. Jackson, Holly, 1 minute. So Campbell. Actually, Campbell Sol. This should be, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then we're going to do an array called score equals, and it's a 1D array, I believe. Yeah, 98, 97, 100. Okay, cool. But I am range 1 to the length of our array, and we're going to loop the array of score. Makes sense. Okay. Now what we're going to do is the following. Okay, I made a mistake here. Mr. Bracket, and I need an end bracket here. Okay, so for I am range length of score, I'm going to have temp score equals score I. We're going to have a temp name equals name I. But now I'm going to do a j equals I minus 1. While j is greater than or equal to 0, and our temp score is less than score j, we want score j, come on, plus 1 equals score j. We then want name j plus 1 to equal name j. And then j equals j minus 1. And then outside the loop, score j plus 1 equals temp score, and score, sorry, name j plus 1 equals temp name. Print name names. Print scores. So Jackson, Holly Jackson, Tom Smith, Sol Campbell, 97, 98, 100. Perfect. Don't forget the j equals I minus 1 aspect. Very important for insertion sort. In pseudocode, what would this look like? Well, it's the same. The only difference being you would assign it differently, and your for loop will look slightly different. My advice for you guys when it comes to pseudocode. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, correct. That's right. Okay, my advice when it comes to pseudocode: do it in program code first, and then convert it. For this next question, pause the video, give it a go yourself first. Okay, let's do it. Let me just delete the old code. And not that question, we've done that. Okay, So these are my numbers. They're going to go into a 1D array. And the array is called the data. Okay, done. It then gives us some pseudocode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and put it into here. I'm going to then change it into Python bit by bit. So I'm going to do def. Cool. Okay. The first thing we need to do then, when we're doing something like this, is we need to do a for loop. So for, and I'm going to do I in range, and our range is going to be the length of the data. That's what we want to do to start off with. Then we're going to have our data to insert equals the data, and square brackets, and I'm going to call this right here I. Now we've then got ourselves, so on. Let me just tidy this up. I need to get rid of this, done this. Okay. Make a variable called inserted equals 0. We then need a next value, which is going to be like our j minus 1, so it's going to be I minus 1 to perform to get our. So I've asked us to undo all of this for a second and get back the old question. What we've just done is that. Now, I should be starting on 1 as well, so I'm just going to change my code slightly. Actually, I don't need to. You'll see why in a second. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. Done that. Done that, but I should have used count instead of I. So let me just change that now. Count. And that should be count minus 1. And that should be count. It's going to be the same. Now let's do the while loop. While I'm going to do next value is greater than or equal to 0, and inserted doesn't equal 1. Now I'm going to do my statement. If, I don't need brackets around this to be honest. If data to insert is less than the data next value. The data next value plus 1 equals. So on, let's just, we've done this. We've done this. We've done this. And now we're doing with data next value. We're then going to do next value equals next value minus 1. And then we're going to do the data next value plus 1 equals data to insert. So we've done all of this now. Otherwise, else, what we're going to do now is inserted equals 1, and we're done. So, if we're going to run our code, print the data at the end, now we hit run. Oh, hold on. And that is me being absolutely stupid. Gotta call it, it's a procedure. I'm so tired. Print the data. Now, really we should be doing, 1 to length of data. However, the safeguards we've got in our while loop due to basically it not making any difference for the first check. It's not going to change anything. It's only good for this scenario. So I am going to do 1 to the length. So write a procedure to output all the contents of the array data to the screen. The procedure should use iteration. Okay, so let's do that. Def display the data. Wait, does it tell us to do it as a procedure or function, the first one? Because this is going to just display the, unless I call it within that. Okay. Right, so def display the data, then we're going to do for I in range, length of the data, print the data I. And I'm going to call it after this procedure runs. And the reason why I'm doing it here, because it will show us the modified list. If I do it outside and do it down here, it will do this one. The main program needs to output data before it's been sorted and after. Use of routines to output the data before, sort after, easy. Okay, so does it tell us to make our own, like a brand new subroutine? I don't think it does. So print before. And what I'm going to do is do it as a display the data. So we're going to be passing in the old procedure, so the old list. And I'm going to do print after. I don't need to do it, just call a procedure because it's going to be called in here. So if I was to clear all this out and we run it, before, after, happy days. Next one's done. Write a function that takes a whole number as an input. If a number is in the data, so if it's in a list, we do that, otherwise we do that. There's quick ways of doing it and there's long ways of doing it. Let's do it the quick way because I want to. So we'll call it search. Hold on, did it give us a function name? Alright, let's just do search. The data. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an input. So we're going to do number equals int input enter whole number. Nice and easy based on that. I'm then going to do for I can just do it as an if statement, I suppose. If the number is in the data, does it want us to display anything? Yeah, we're going to print found, return true. Else print, well actually I don't even need to do an else, we can just do print not found, return false. And if I was to call it now, let's have results equals search and the data. So if I was to run it now, before, after, enter a whole number, let's just do for found. If I was to do that, not found. Nice, easy, quick way of doing it. Next question. Nope, not going to do that. Okay, done. Pause the video, give this question a go yourself first. The actual question is in the description as well, so that you can actually give it a go first. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's like 9 o'clock. Okay, so let's do it. I'm hoping you're giving it a go yourself first. Let's just declare these variables, but I'm just going to erase this code as the old one. Get rid of this. Okay, get rid of this. Let's do it. So we should have an array of jobs. So declare array jobs. 100 by 2 of type integer, and do the same for number of jobs, but it's not an array, so of type integer. Cool. Let's go back to the question. What is it that we're going to do now? The procedure initialize stores -1 in the array elements and number of jobs to 0. Write the program code for initialize. Easy peasy. Def initialize. So def initialize 11. Sort this out. Okay. So it's wanting us to make everything in here. Now, is it a function? It's a procedure. But if it's a procedure, it wants us doing global. I hate global. Why would it want us to do that? I'm getting annoyed. Gotta calm down. Okay. What I need to do then is in the main code, we are going to have to make the array ready to be using for jobs. Or we can actually just do it in here. Actually, we can just create it. So I'm going to do global jobs, global number of jobs needing this. Let's do number of jobs equals 0. Such a stupid thing. Why is the example of doing this? Why, oh why, oh why? Okay. And now we're going to make our 2D array. And let's do jobs equals -1, -1, because it needs to be -1, but I in range 100. I think that's what it wanted from us, 100. Yeah. Okay. So, what next? Let's just test this out. I'm going to do initialize, and let's do print jobs. There we go. Nice and pretty. Let's go back to the question. So what do we have to do next? Okay. For procedure add job takes a job number and gives it a priority as a parameter, stores a job in its free element, outputs are added. So we need to do the procedure for add job. Okay. So let's do it. Def add job. Now we're going to add job number, and we're going to have priority passed in. So the main code, that's what we need to be saying. We're going to be using global number of jobs, and we're going to do global jobs as well. We need some validations. So if the number of jobs equals 100, print not added. Wait, it wants it as a procedure, right? Yeah. Okay. So stupid again. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to do in jobs, we get the number of jobs, and it's going to equal this brand new job number and our priority by passing in. We're then going to do added, and then we want number of jobs to go up by 1. So it passes in the priority level and the job. So this is going to ask us, I'm sure, to do this. Okay. So I'm just going to take this code, or should I say text rather than code, and let's call our job. Five, 2, 6, 39. Okay. This is print jobs again. Cool. So we've added this data. When a new job's been added, the array is sorted into ascending numerical order of priority using insertion sort. Happy days. Let's do insertion sort now. Okay. Jobs. And let's do it. For I in range 1, 2, number of jobs. I'm not doing it for everything because there's no point doing it to the length of the list. I may as well do it to the amount of number of jobs I've got. I'm now going to have 2 temps, basically. We're going to call it in itself. What am I actually... I need to swap... Okay, so if I'm going to sort the data in ascending order, numerical... Okay, priority. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to have a temp variable. That temp variable is going to equal jobs I, and I'm going to take, well, I can just actually do jobs I. So that'll take all of this, so 12 and 10, and put it into temp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a while. So whilst that is that, and whilst jobs I, sorry, I minus 1, position, or column 1, is greater than, and I'm going to do temp, and what do we care about with temp? We care about column, excuse me, column 1 as well. Now what we're going to do is a swap. So we're going to do jobs I will equal, and it's going to be jobs I minus 1. And it'll be I equals I minus 1. So we're just using I instead of J in this respect. Same thing. And at the end of this, we're going to have jobs I equals temp. But I spelled jobs wrong. So if we were now to do insertion sort, and if we were now to print jobs, one, 8, 9, 9, 10. Perfect. Done. You could have done this a long way. I've done it a quick way. But other ways you could have done this bit and this bit. And obviously this bit. Print array outputs each number and a priority. So def print array, and that's going to display the job number and the priority. So we need to do another global jobs, global number of jobs for I in range number of jobs. Print job number, so we need okay, so 1, 2, 3, priority 1, etc. So job number, then a priority. Alright, so I'm going to do job number, and then I'm going to do jobs, and I'm going to set it to I, 0. Let's put this here, and then I'm going to do priority as a string, and I'm going to do jobs I1, and then print empty there. So instead of doing insertion sorts, well, actually we'll do the insertion sort, but it's not going to make any difference. Let's do print array after. So let's make this bigger. There we go. Job number, priority, job number, priority, job number, priority, job number, priority, job number, priority. Perfect. Is it? The main program needs to sort the array and output contents of the array. You have done that. Wait, doesn't matter what I just did there. The main program needs to sort the array and then output the contents of the array. Oh. Well, hang on a minute. I'll just do a simple print array twice. No? Yeah, there you go. Do we need to add any string to it? That's easy. Okay, perfect. Job done.